Hello, everybody, and welcome to the $500 gaming PC builds of the month for April 2013, brought to you by Noob Computer Build. My name is Corey. Let's get started. Back to the voice narration of these builds. Last month I had just the slideshow again. Ran out of time, but this month I want to do a quick overview of each of the $500, $1,000, and $1,500 gaming PC builds in a separate video. So let's get started on the $500 gaming PC build of the month. This month for the $500 build, I have switched it up quite significantly from what I usually have for quite a few months, probably over a year now. I have had a similar processor to the Intel i3-3220 gaming processor, or a processor for the $500 gaming PC build. However, I have moved to an AMD platform this month. The reason for doing so was because it just made sense at this price point, at this point in time. Everything seemed to align, and getting builds into the $500 range, it's getting harder and harder, but this is a pretty good build for 511 bucks currently. We have the AMD FX 4300, which is a pretty decent processor over the Intel i3-3220. They're similar. It doesn't perform quite as well as the i3. However, it has the potential to overclock since it's the Black Edition, which can make it outperform the Intel i3 if you do a little bit of tweaking. So I thought the potential of this build using this processor was much stronger than using the other i3. Going on, we have, like I said, the processor AMD FX 4300 for about 120 bucks this month at Amazon.com. I have linked everything on the blog to Amazon.com. As well, you can find links to each of the hardware in the video description. As well, a link to this article on the site in the description as well at noobcomputerbuild.com. Going on, we have the motherboard for the $500 build. It's a budget-oriented motherboard, $53. An Asus M5A78LM AM3 Plus micro ATX motherboard. A small motherboard, does what you need, and it's affordable, so nothing wrong with it, nothing too fantastic about it. Only 2 RAM slots up to 8 gigabytes, and we include 8 gigabytes in this build, but no biggie for a build of this size, as you most likely won't be going over 8 gigabytes of RAM anytime soon anyways, so it's a good fit. Going on, the graphics card, we have the EVGA GeForce GTX 650 Ti graphics card again. The GTX 650 Ti graphics card, it's good for this price range. It comes in at about $150. And what makes it good for the $500 build is that it has low power demands, and it only requires a minimum wattage of a power supply of 400 watts, which is great because you can save money on a lower end or a lower power supply, so that you can fit everything into the $500 build. Whereas if you go or get any other graphics cards around this range, generally the minimum wattage amount required is 500. Going on, like I said, we have 8 gigabytes of RAM in this build. I use the Corsair Vengeance kit again. It's a really good kit, and I generally choose between a few different kinds of kits depending on the prices, but the prices of the Corsair Vengeance seem to have stayed pretty stable over the last month. Still have a 500 gigabyte Western Digital Blue 7200 RPM hard drive coming in at $60. 500 gigabytes for, like I have said before, it's a good amount of space for a budget build. Fit all your games, some media, etc., etc. You can go lower if you can find a lower price and get a 250 gigabyte hard drive if you wanted, and then look for deals going on later on if you run out of room, but up to you. I chose this because it's the best overall choice, I think. Alright, here we have the power supply, the Antec 450 watt Energy Star certified PSU for $34, so it's really cheap. It's really well reviewed, and that's 450 watts of continuous power, not maximum wattage, which is good because we know that we're getting what we want out of it. And the minimum, remember, for the GTX 650 Ti graphics card was requirement was 400 watts, so we're good here. Moving on, a budget case here, the Apex Computer Technology computer tower, or PC tower. Basic $30. It's a basic plastic case. It looks pretty good, but it has plenty of room to do the job, really. So it's nothing special, but cheap, affordable case. And as per usual, I choose the cheapest optical drive. This month, the Lite-On Super All-Right, $17.99. All right. That pretty much does it for the $500 gaming PC build of the month. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I'll try to get back as soon as I can. You can also visit the site and leave a comment there. Thank you. Bye.